Camera.
All
Just like Big Brother.
Sure. So, all right. So here's your dimmer pack back here. It's 6 channels, 6 circuits, and we basically got control of all the house lights from this panel. You got 6 circuit breakers you can flip off, or if for whatever reason you need to. And then this first one here is just for the electronics. So turn that off, and we lose the power to that.
Okay.
So for wiring changes or maintenance or whatever. So
this whole panel
we'll flip this on. Yep.
only affects house lights, not any of the can lights.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, none of the stage lights, just the house lights.
Okay.
Stuff in the ceiling, So this is all set up for you already. It's the DMX address is 1, so it's actually 1 through 6. Which we'll talk about when we get back to the console.
Okay.
There is a menu you can scroll through and do some things, do some diagnostics or tweak stuff a little bit, but we're not gonna, we don't need to spend much time on that. One thing that you may need to know is that this little light bulb button here lets you set or set levels manually. So
I see.
Using the left and the check mark key, you can scroll through different channels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then all. And I'll use 6 because I think it's the one right out here. So, and then using plus and minus, you can manually dim those. Nope, it must not be 6. Which one is that? You can manually dim those up and down.
So what would be the purpose of using this manual dimmer as opposed to, there they come.
There we go.
Ooh, I hope that's not what happens.
Well, it hasn't been so far, but I wasn't quite sure that was going to work. We'll talk about that. If you want to stop the camera first, you can.
Do you think that? Go ahead.
Let's go back out to the button station here. Turn some lights on for the rest of this. So here's your light switch over here. This is connected to that dimmer pack. And you got 5 presets. They're just numbered 1 through 5. 5 is off right now, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So preset 1, I just kind of made your
the house.
Most of the house light. This is kind of, when anyone walks in, just needs to turn the lights on because they're setting up chairs or vacuuming the carpet. This is the most, basic functional whatever.
So there won't be any that come on over the stage unless they flip the fluorescence on with that preset 1.
Right, which the fluorescence we don't have control of.
Right.
So
yeah, they should be under a different setting.
So preset 2 adds the front row and adds the sconces.
Oh.
So that's kind of like maximum light out here. Preset 3. I think just takes the sconces out.
Oh, okay.
We can change these to whatever you want. This is just kind of just throw some stuff in to start with. So that's all your LEDs, no sconces. So a little more light than preset 1, but without burning out little candle bulbs. And then 4 is just the sconces.
Yeah, I wondered that I like that. I mean, if we did just the sconces with the stage lighting, it'd be pretty dark, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
No, we can try that.
I mean, once you have doors here.
Oh, yeah,
Because right
true.
now there's so much light coming in from
Right,
out here.
right. Okay.
It'd be probably it'd be enough to watch something. It wouldn't be enough to read.
Right.
Or take
Right.
notes or whatever. So
Okay.
that'd be tough. But then preset 5 is just off.
Just off. Okay.
And but it can be any other preset. And if you want your off to be like sconces at 10% or something, you want to just call that off so that it's never totally pitch black in here. You can do that if you want, but
Okay. No, I like that.
depends on how many bulbs you want to keep on hand.
Right.
So we'll put preset 2 up for right now.
Okay. Love it.
So we go back to your smart bars here. These 2 dimmer bar things are powered straight off of a circuit breaker in the back, so they're always on. You'll always see the little blue and green lights on them.
Okay.
Stuff like that. It's 4 circuits apiece. They're numbered, from left to right, and then there's a circuit breaker for each one. So those are, each circuit is controlled from the console. So there are a couple outlets in the middle labeled aux. Those are just kind of convenience outlets. They're always on, so there's no control over those.
Which ones?
The ones right in the, like just immediately to the right of the control module.
Oh, did I have something plugged in there before I did
Yeah,
that?
there was one light plugged in each one of those, so
Yeah.
it was just on all the time.
That's why they.
And yeah, it was,
That's why we had something.
Yep. So you can use those for, you know, like an LED fixture, or a moving light, or a, you know, whatever. You know, if you need something that's just always on, that's not going to dim.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you get 4 circuits. They're 10 amp circuits, so 600 watts total. These are 300 watt lamps in your fixtures. So right now, you know, 3 out of 4 circuits are at half capacity, and one of them's at full capacity. So it'll run 600 watts just fine, but you couldn't add any more, or, you know, make those 500 watt bulbs instead of 300s or something.
Okay.
So that's what we got there. The DMX addresses for these, this one starts at 7. We get 6 circuits in the smart pack.
Okay.
So that's 1 through 6, and then this picks up at 7. It's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And then that one over there starts at 11, and you got 11 through 14.
Cool.
So as you're standing here on stage looking at them, they read, you know, left to right.
Yep. Okay.
But so that's that. So let's go back to the. Okay, so here's our smart fade console. I'll plug the power in the back. Select startup mode. We want. It should only show you that once. I don't know why it's showing me that again, but we want full control. We're gonna just gonna hit enter.
Okay.
And then we're kind of to the main screen there. Here's our DMX cable. So plug that into the DMX out on the back. It's only one place that fits.
Yep.
So. All right. If it's gonna start up like, well, okay, to turn it on and off, there's a power button up in the corner here. You hit that, it's gonna say abort or confirm. So we say confirm.
Yeah.
It'll shut down.
Okay.
So normally this will be plugged in when you show up on Sunday morning or whatever.
Right.
So hit the power button. That'll all come on. Okay. And when it's already powered up, it's not going to ask you full control, that kind of thing.
Okay.
It'll just take you to here. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to turn the stack button off. That's a something that we're not going to use most of the time. So if you want to record cues and play back a show cue by cue by cue, that's something that you know that the manual goes into detail about programming that. But the majority of people that use this board don't really do that. So we're gonna just keep to the basics here.
Okay.
So we got 24 faders here. Under this faders group here, we've got a few different fader modes. When you're in 1 through 24, then the faders are just channels 1 through 24. So channel 1, which you can't see it doing anything because that's actually the house lights. Well, you know.
Oh yeah, turn those off and then
Turn it
we'll.
off here. Yeah. All right. So what's on right now is channel 1.
Oh yeah.
DMX address 1. So since it's programmed not to dim at the wall pack, it's not going to do anything until you get to 50%, and then it's just going to snap on.
Yeah. Okay.
So 1's going to do that. 3 is the other side.
Okay.
4 is the middle. 6 is the front row, and that's just the way that the circuits are landed in the the pack.
So I could, like, if I wanted to, I could run just the fronts.
Yep.
And maybe the middle. Or the sconces.
Or the sconces, yeah.
That wouldn't. I mean, well, I don't know. We really can't tell until we got all that.
So you get everything else done.
Everything else off, but
play with it. You got as much control as there is, you know, from right here. So you can play with that anyway.
Okay.
So that's, you can turn those all up. Yeah, and then 5 is your stage lights over the band there, which currently seem like they're actually doing okay right now.
Oh. Okay, so those are the.
So, I don't know.
What channel's that?
That's 5.
5. And what's 6?
6 is the front row.
Oh, front row. Okay.
Yeah. So then after that, we start with the The stage lights, yeah. So from the one opposite of where we are is 7, and then as you come closer,
Sweet.
9, 10, 11.
That makes it
12.
Gives it some juice. Gives it a little bit of depth. Doesn't it? Some color.
13, 14. So there's all your lights. Everything's on there.
Sweet.
So 14 circuits.
Oh, look at the color, man. That looks great. And I've got a couple other color things I can put in the shields or whatever.
Gotcha.
So these always need to be clear up, right?
The one labeled master needs to be clear up. If you pull this down, it's gonna uniformly dim everything.
Everything.
Yeah. The blackout button on the top is the same way. Just hit that, everything's gone.
Okay.
The bumps fader is gonna control what, like if I turn all your stage lights off, the button underneath, if you just press that for, just hold it for a moment, it, oh well, it's off, that's why. It just runs that up to 100%, like while you're holding it. So if you just want to figure out, like, okay, which channel is that? It's a little faster than, running faders up and down. So if you don't want it to always go to 100%, you can take your bumps fader down.
Oh, I see.
And then it'll just jump up to
whatever you set.
Whatever that's at. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
gotcha.
for the most part, I just leave them both up.
Okay.
So anyway, so that's our 1 through 24 page. 25 through 48 is, we're not going to use it right now because we're not using that many channels, but it's just same thing as 1 through 24.
Okay.
So we're going to go back here. This next button, what that allows you to do is if you wanted to fade from what we've got now to another totally different look, but you don't have 14 fingers to do that with, you can hit next, and at that point you can bring down all the faders that you've got up. You can run up a new set of faders, whichever ones you want. And these two cross faders, when you run those both from one end to the other, it's gonna go it switches it from what you had before to what you're at now.
Okay.
And as long as you stay in next mode, you can keep doing that back and forth, as much as you want. So I can just let's just do just the sconces. Okay.
So
and then
it just toggles
fade
it
out. Wait, I'm gonna go to the sconces.
There they are.
There we go. I don't use this much, honestly, so
that's all right.
Sorry about that. That was embarrassing, but yeah. So yeah, consult the manual about that one. But yeah, that's one way to do that.
Okay.
Here's what I do use though. So we're gonna get to the exciting part now. We've got this MEMS page up at the top, and I recorded a bunch, and they're all gone. So
because we unplugged it? That shouldn't matter. Shut up.
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. I'm gonna call and check on that. That shouldn't have happened.
So anyway,
that's weird. Anyway, so more on that later. But
yeah,
that's weird. Yeah, I recorded a whole bunch. Anyway, so let's go back to our. That's okay. Go back to channels 1 through 24. Let's say we want to put all of the main house lights on.
Okay.
Or not even, maybe not the front row. Let's just do these 3.
Okay.
So all across. We want to put those on one fader. I'm going to hit record mem, which is right here. I'm going to hit this button, and all these red lights are going to start flashing. And I'm going to say I want this on mem 1. So I'm just going to hit the button number 1.
Okay.
It's going to immediately take me back to the channel page I was just on. But I can turn that off. I can go to MEMS, and now I've got one of these lit up a little more. And if I run this fader up, that's going to be all of those house lights. So now.
Yeah, you're grouping.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So if I go back here, let's just do a couple more of these quickly. Let's make the front row MEM 2. So I'm going to hit record MEM and then press 2.
Okay.
All right, and then it's there. I'm not going to go look at it now, but it's there. So let's do sconces on 3. So I'm going to do record mem 3. And then we'll do the stage lights on 4. So record mem 4. All right. So then we get into the stage lights, the cans. And right now, they start at 7 and go to 14. So I got these 2 that are on this bottom row. It's kind of awkward. And they also go backwards. And I'm my brain's not that good to, think like, okay, as I move from left to right, the lights are going from right to left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the far, the one that's actually on the left from my perspective.
Yeah.
I'm going to say record mem, and I'm going to put that on 5. Then I'm going to keep doing that until I fill up this whole top row. So I'm just going backwards. This is a very mentally awkward process. I think I can do this though. There we go. All right. Now I can leave this channel page and never come back. I'm going to go to mems. I got 12 memories recorded now. So my house lights are all on 3 faders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
The cans over the stage are on fader 4. And then all the cans, the par cans, are 5 through 12, and they go left to right, just like the faders do.
Gotcha.
Which is a whole lot easier for me to, work with.
Sure.
So the numbers are opposite of what's actually labeled on the smart bars, which actually don't match to begin with because they both say 1 to 4.
Right,
but
I saw
even
that.
the order is reversed now. So as long as that's not going to trip anyone up, this is probably a better way to run it from this perspective.
Okay. Cool.
So once you got that, now you can build more mems with the existing mems. So say you've got a let's take out all the stage lights. Say you've got some specific look that you want for for some event. It's like all of them except for maybe this orange one over here. I don't know. Let's just do these 7. I could record a mem from the mem page and just say I'm going to make that 13. All right.
Oh, gotcha.
So now, we're going, and let's make another one just to illustrate this or whatever. Let's do one that's, what colors do I have? There we go, just blue and green. Just one blue light, one green light. Let's make that a memory. So we're going to put that on 14. So now, we're actually in a service. Okay, we got different colors maybe for each song or something like that. So, let's take the house lights out just for fun. We got the sconces, we got the cans on the stage. And I've always got control of those. And I can tricky. Okay, when I recorded this mem, I had the house lights up too. Yeah, so let's do that over again. I wasn't thinking that gets me a lot. So what was the first one? It was like the first 7. Okay, so I'm gonna hit record mem, and I'm just gonna record right over it. So if you want to edit one, you can just make it what you want it to be and just record right over it, and get it that way. So then, I'll find my blue light and my green light. There we go. I'm gonna say record mem 14. So there's 14. Now one easy way you guys can get around having to program in the dark is that you've got the button station over there. So rather than having your house lights up from the console, you can turn your house lights up from the button station, and as long as these are down on the console doesn't know that the house lights are actually on, so it's not going to record them into anything that you record.
I see.
So anyway, so now we can do, sconces and the cans over the stage, and then I got this look going on for one song, and then the next song I could just
fade it back
right into this one, and I could keep doing that like manually fader to fader across,
right?
Or I could do that next.
Right.
No, actually, that doesn't work on mems.
Oh, the next doesn't work on mems?
Interesting. I guess not. No, I'll maybe request that for the next version of software or something. But anyway, it's almost just as easy to just, run one fader up, bring the next one down.
Sweet.
And then, all the while you're leaving your house lights alone, and you're just changing whatever you really want to change. And you can always go back and grab individual lights manually. These are still here. We're just not using them as that. But, say whatever that is, I want that to be my next look. So I'll record that here. So now I can get rid of these. I can go from this look to this look to this look, whatever that is. So you can save those, and you can incorporate the house lights into that if you want to. You might accidentally do that more than you intend to do it, but you can. So so that's that. If you hold down MEMS, while you're holding that down, you can see one is lit up. That's page 1. You've actually got up to 12 pages of memories that you can record. Okay. So if you actually ever wanted to record, I don't even know how many that is. That's a whole lot of memories.
Of whatever,
you could do that, or if you've got different people that run the lights that insist on setting things up different ways, you could give every volunteer their own page. So hey, tell you what, page 1 is yours. Do whatever you want with it. When the next guy comes in, he's going to use page 2. He's got all his looks recorded. And whatever you do, it's not going to affect what he's doing.
I doubt it. I doubt whatever. But you never know. Somebody might.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever pages there are things recorded on are going to flash when you hold that down. So hey, I've got something on one. Okay. And then the ones that are not as dim are going to be the memories that are recorded. Okay. If you want to delete a memory, all you need to do is just record over it with all the lights at 0. So nothing's up right now. I can just hit record in them, delete 14 basically. Okay. And that's about it. That's all the basics. Okay. If you've got an SD card, and I would definitely recommend this until we figure out why this is losing its memory when you power it off. You can stick an SD card in here, and in your menu, just hit the menu button. And then scroll until you get to save/load show. Hit enter, and then it's going to say save show. Hit enter, and at that point, it'll give you a file name that it can save to, and you just say yes. But it said no card because there's no card. So then to load it, you go through the same process pretty much. Menu, go to save, load show, enter, and then just scroll up to load show. And then if there were a card in there, it would let you load it. So you can back that up. I don't remember what the file extension is, but you can copy it to your computer, email it to a friend. For their console, whatever you want. And then just. I
wonder if there's some out there you can download presets. Probably not, because everybody's house is.
Everyone's house, So it probably wouldn't make any sense. But speaking of stuff online, that sounds like you already watched the videos, like the little YouTube videos for this. Okay, so I'm glad you know about that. Those are really handy. The manual is pretty helpful, and if you can't find what you're looking for in the manual or in the videos, you can call me or you can call ETC, and their tech support is phenomenal.